All right, so for the homemade oat granola bars, they are 4 ingredients, super simple. I always make these for my meal plans for preschools because kids love them, but they're one of my favorites as well. They don't require any baking. They literally couldn't get any more simple, and there's a lot of versatility. You can really change up the recipe. I use these kind of sprouted quick cook oats. I'm doubling my recipe today, but the recipe I'll attach calls for 2 cups, but I'm doing 4 cups of oats today. It also calls for a nut butter. I've got a organic peanut butter. I'm using a cup of that. And then I'm using about a half a cup of, I got a little blueberry and cherry mixture in here, just some antioxidants, but you can swap this out if your kids have been really well behaved. You want to do some chocolate chips? No, I'm just joking. But any sort of kind of dried fruit that you have. I love blueberries, just again, getting in that antioxidant support in there. And then your 4th ingredient is honey or maple syrup. For right now, I'm using honey. So I got a good half a cup here of honey. It is antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial. Honey has so many amazing benefits. So that's why I chose to go with honey today instead of maple syrup. So those are the 4 ingredients. And then I also like to add in a little bit of hemp seeds. So totally up to you if you want to change it up and add something else to that. I'm gonna put everything into a bowl and combine it. Sometimes I do like to heat up the honey really low just to get a good texture and then combine everything together. And then I will be using this, I love Bon Cook, but I'll be using their silicone tray here to do my granola mold in. And then it'll go right into the fridge or freezer if you want to expedite that process just to kind of harden up and set. And then I'll show you what they look like after. All right, so for this next one, we are doing one of my favorite breakfast staples, which is an amaranth porridge. So this may be new to some of you, but amaranth is actually a seed. They call it a pseudo cereal, but it has been around for over 8,000 years. The Aztecs used to really consume it. It's a very ancient grain, ancient seed. It's not technically a grain. What's so amazing about it is that one serving has, which is about 1 cup cooked, has about 10 grams of protein in it. It also has over 100% of your daily value of manganese, which is great for brain health. It has selenium again, which is amazing for our antiviral support right now. It's a great source of iron, about 30% of your daily iron in 1 cup, and a ton of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory support. Studies have also shown that starting your morning off with a really high protein breakfast can really help to suppress or decrease ghrelin, which is our hunger hormone, so keeping you fuller longer. Plus it's packed with all these benefits. So super simple to make. You can literally throw it in the pan and then walk away for 25 minutes, come back and be ready to go. So I have about 1 cup here of amaranth cereal or amaranth seed. I'm going to just pour it through a strainer to rinse it. I always rinse mine. And then I'm going to combine that with about 3 cups of water. I'll let that cook for about 25 minutes. At the end, I add in a little teeny tiny teaspoon of maple syrup. That's totally optional, or you can add a little bit of honey just to give it a little flavor. You can also add in some vanilla if you'd like. And then I pour mine into a bowl. It turns into this really delicious creamy porridge. And I top mine with some I have some unsweetened coconut flakes here, blueberries. I also like to throw some hemp seeds on mine. Big fan of hemp seeds. Added a little extra protein here too, so 10 grams of protein and 3 tablespoons of this. So depending on how much you're trying to get in the morning. And then I sprinkle mine with a little bit of hemp or coconut milk on the end just to get that extra creaminess. You can also top it with any other fruit you have on hand with some nut butter. It's just a really delicious porridge. So I'll whip that up and show you what it looks like. Okay, so one of the most common questions I get asked from clients who do my sugar detox program Restart is, what am I gonna have for dessert? Or how am I going to cut these cravings for sugar? And my hack is fat bombs. You may have heard of fat bombs before. They've become pretty trendy, but I'm going to show you a super simple recipe. Again, very versatile, so you can add whatever you have on hand into it. Again, it's only 4 ingredients, so super simple. It takes about 15 minutes to harden up in the freezer, and you're ready to go. You can store them and keep them all week on hand. So the first ingredient in these are no sugar chocolate berry bites is what I call them, is cacao. So organic raw cacao. I use a cup of that. This is a organic cacao, which I highly recommend, but cacao is a superfood. So it is 40 times more powerful antioxidant wise than blueberries. It also is chock full of calcium, has more calcium than cow's milk. It has a ton of magnesium, amazing polyphenols, which again really support that brain health. All in all, it's just a really powerful superfood, so can't go wrong. If you aren't familiar with what cacao is, it's just the nut form that's ground up of it that forms chocolate. So it's kind of that base of chocolate. It doesn't have any sugar in it. So I'm going to add that, and then I'm going to add about a cup of unrefined coconut oil here. I heated mine up over low heat just to get it to kind of that runny consistency so it mixes well. And then I am going to add about 1 cup of a nut butter. I have just a raw almond butter here. And then I will use a half a cup of blueberries for mine. So I'll mix all of that together, and then I combine it in these little silicone molds for the freezer, or you can use like little tiny candy molds. Bon Cook has an amazing little mini silicone molds as well that you can use. I will pop like 1 little blueberry in each one and then fill with that cacao mixture and then freeze, and I'll show you what those look like. One of the other extra health benefits here with these fat bombs is not only is it no sugar, so it's not going to have an impact on your blood sugar or your insulin levels, but it also has really, really healthy fats in it. So coconut oil, about 50% of the fatty acids in coconut oil are made of lauric acid. And lauric acid, when it's digested in the body, really helps to kill off any pathogens, so bacteria, viruses, fungi. So again, another really powerful immune boosting food that we're using today. So if you don't have almond butter, you could always swap out for an organic peanut butter or a cashew butter. Anything you have on hand, any berries would work. Again, this is 4 ingredients, super simple. I have kids that love this. I have people who say they're chocolate fanatics who absolutely love this as well. So hope you enjoy.